Well, hello everyone, and welcome to Battle Axe Standing in the Gap. This is a new channel that I am developing to talk about the things that are most heavy on my heart these days. I have a channel, and some of you may be here from there. It's called Sustainable Stewards, and that was a great channel, and there's a lot of good content on there. That is a tutorial channel, a how-to channel, a how to be self-sufficient homestead farm channel. And you know what? That channel's been a blessing, but it wasn't appropriate to talk about some of the things that I have on my heart and am called to talk about. So this is where I'm going to do that. This is where I'm going to talk about faith, God, country, patriotism, the good, the bad, the ugly. I'm going to talk about what you would consider weird, out there, and yes, even the dark. We're going to talk about all the things that most people won't talk about. And here's the thing, guys. I am not going to sugarcoat anything. I'm not going to speak perfectly, and you're going to hear me get bold, aggressive, maybe rude, maybe sassy at times. And why? Because we are a nation in distress. And now is the time for boldness. Now is the time to be rudely truthful. Yes, truth can be rude to those who rail against it, because it cuts like a two-edged sword. That's what I seek to do here, guys. Our nation, our country, our communities, the church in America is in distress. It's in distress because there's no black-robed preachers out there anymore. Now, I don't claim to be a preacher, pastor, or anything like that. That is not me. But I would like to see those type of people rise up. I would like to see, whether you're in the secular world or not, in Christendom, whatever it is, I would like to see you rise up in truth and speak it. Because if we don't have boldness right now, if we don't have George Washington's, if we don't have John Hancock's, if we don't have the John the Baptist to stand right now, and yes, even the Ruths, the women like Margaret Corbin, who, when her husband fell, who she was supporting in the Revolutionary War, when the men fell, she grabbed her weapons of warfare and stuffed those cannons with fodder. She stood up and stepped in when she was needed. And that's what this channel is about. I want to be a beacon of light to women who need to step up and step out, to be those helpmates God called them to be, but the patriots the nations want them to be. On my title and the beginning of this page, you saw a shield maiden. I'll show you her here. Here she is. As you can see, she has a shield behind her and an axe, or sometimes she carried a sword. But the shield maiden stood next to or behind her husband, shielding him from the blows that he would get from swords or arrows or axes in the back. She fought alongside him. She was a warrior with him. Men are wonderful. I love a God-fearing man who is strong, who protects his family, who provides, who leads his husband in grace and love. That is every woman's desire. And I say every woman. There's some women out there that are man-haters, and I'm not talking to you. But most women want to be protected, want to be loved, and want to be led in grace. So I don't want to be a man, because guess what? In my life, at the time when my husband was an alcoholic, and he hasn't been for many years, the first 5 years of our marriage, he was. I was forced into the position to take the headship of the home. And I'll tell you what, while a man is designed to lead with grace, his family, when a woman leads, she leads under tyranny. She doesn't lead with grace. And I'll tell you what, because I was not made to be put in that position, I was an absolute tyrant to my husband and my child at that time. My kids are 9 years apart, but my oldest daughter would tell you that I ran things with an iron fist. So over the years, as this family as a whole, as my husband was delivered of alcoholism, as I was delivered and sanctified of pains, hurts, things like that, which I'll share at a later video, we've been transformed into this family that is just fierce, ferocious, but we stand on biblical roles and biblical principles. And I want to take those principles and show you through the light of truth in biblical faith that they go hand in hand. And that's why I'm starting this new channel. I want this to be a conversation place, a back and forth. All comments are welcome on my videos. You will be deleted if you're a pervert, if you are, I'm not a baby, and just so you know, I'm not a perfect believer either. I tend to cuss at times. I try not to, but sometimes when the blood is boiling and the fire is burning, I could have a cuss or two that slip out. So guys, if you can't handle that, if that's too much for you, then go ahead and leave. That's fine. But if you're grown-ups and you understand that nobody's perfect, I invite you to stay. I will be sharing daily news clips, news topics. I will be sharing updates from the group that I am a part of, Freedom Restoration Foundation, which is a fantastic group. Greg from Green Greg's, go check him out on his YouTube channel. Green Greg's is one of the founders. He does a fantastic job of leading us all and leading the group to grow and to become something of value. And there's a website. I'll be sharing that here. I'll be sharing the updated topics that we speak about at the meetings and what we're doing for our nation. I want this to be a place where you post community announcements in the comments. If you email me, I will be happy to announce those. If there's any muzzle, rallies, things like that. If there are freedom rallies, liberty rallies, whatever it is, as long as it promotes faith, patriotism, freedom, and liberty, I will be happy to share those here. So guys, I want to make this a just great place for the community of like-minded people to come together. So here's to the first video. Here's to growing this channel into the thousands within the first year. That is my hope, guys. That's my hope and my prayer. So here we go, guys. Get ready for multiple topics, multiple issues, and I hope you enjoy this channel. This is Stacy, the Battle Axe, standing in the gap. God bless you. Have a great day.